Hello everyone, welcome to VMS class. In this lesson, I am going to explain the comments in Python programming. Before going to this topic, let us take one simple example why we need comments. Imagine you write one program today. After 6 months, you open the same program again. Will you remember why you wrote every line of code? If the program is very small, then you can remember easily. But if the program is very big, which contains thousands of lines, the answer for this question at that time, will you remember why you wrote every line of code? Maybe not. You cannot remember. Now imagine another developer joins your project. Now, whether that person can understand your code. So this is where the comments become useful. Now you are writing this program and giving this program to some other person for verification or validation or for improving your code, then he must understand your code. So we are going to use the comments. Comments help explain the purpose of the code. For what purpose you have written this code, you can write as a comment. They make programs easier to read, understand, and maintain. What are the comments here? A comment is a note written inside a Python program for humans to read. You're adding a line that act as a note. And Python ignores comments while executing the program. The Python interpreter will ignore that line. It will not execute that because it is not a statement. It was written only for documentation. Okay, comments used to explain what the program does, why a particular statement is written. It is useful for explaining some important instructions. It is used for explaining the logic behind the code. So that is the main purpose. In all these cases, comments are mainly used for documentation purpose. Okay, comments are used for documentation purpose. Now, we can categorize the comments into two. One is single line comments and multi-line comments. In Python, a single line comment starts with the symbol hash. If any line, any statements, if it starts with hash symbol, then we can say this is a comment. And you see this statement, it is not started with hash symbol. So it is not a comment. Okay. So this comment is ignored by the Python interpreter. So when you execute this program, it will print only hello world. It will not print anything. This statement it will not print because it is a comment and ignored by the Python interpreter. Okay, that's why I mentioned a note here. The comment will not be displayed because Python ignores it. Okay, let's have some examples here. Example 1, you see this first line, it started with hash symbol. It is a comment. Python will ignore this line. It will not print anywhere. Then this is a statement. It will print and display the output. Welcome to Python. And this example start with the first line prefixed with hash. So it is a comment. Python interpreter will ignore this line. What this is meaning? Printing the student details. So the below code is printing the student details. Print of Rahul, print of BTech. So this is going to be printed in the output screen. This program prints numbers. Okay, this program is going to print numbers here. 100 and 200 will be printed and this will not be printed because it is a comment. Okay. Second type of comments is multi-line comments. Python does not have a separate multi-line comment symbol. Unlike in C and C++ programming languages, we have multi-line comment symbol, but Python is not having any such type of symbol. But however, programmers often use triple quotes to write multi-line comments. So like this, triple quotes, start with the triple quotes and write the message multiple lines, then end with the triple quotes. So this is an example of multi-line comments. Basically, it is a string. Okay. So it do nothing. It's just for documentation purpose. And this is a print statement. It will be printed in the output screen. So although here the triple quotes create a string, but they are commonly used as a documentation. It do nothing basically. Okay? It just create the string and used for documentation purpose. Okay. Why our comments are important? Comments helps us to explain the purpose of the code. It improves the readability. It make debugging easier, and it help other developers to understand the program. And it is useful for making future modifications. Okay. And when you are writing any program, you have to write the comments. You can categorize the good comments and bad comments. Now you see, this is the good way. Print the welcome message. So the following program is just printing the welcome message. So this is the good way. I recommended this because the comment clearly explained what is the purpose of this code. But now you see the second example. I am giving a comment, just a print, and here print welcome. You see that this comment is not giving much explanation. We are just saying print. What is the meaning of that? So this comment adds no useful information. So this is not having any much information. Then why you need to write it? So this is a kind of bad way of a comment. Okay. A good comment should explain why something is being done, not simply repeating the same thing. Now, even you can comment multiple lines at the same time. Normally, if you want to comment, you have to prefix hash symbol at every line. You need to add it. But the ideally is having a shortcut. You can quickly comment multiple lines using the shortcut keys. For commenting, you can use Alt plus 3. For uncommenting, you can use Alt plus 4. For example, you see that I have these three lines. You can select these three lines and press Alt 3 so that all statements will become comments. Again, if you want to uncomment all these lines, then you can select all the lines again, press in the keyboard Alt plus 4. So again, it will come as a statement. So like this, you can use this shortcut keys Alt plus 3, Alt plus 4. Now, for example, I am writing some of the comments, which is prefixed with hash. It prints the welcome message. Print welcome and save this program. When you execute this, go and run, click on run module. You can see only welcome is printing. And this is not printing the comment because this is ignored by the Python interpreter. Okay. And even you can write only print. That's it. Save it and run this program. Still, it will be executed. But the thing I am mentioning here, this is not a good comment. Okay. Even you can write print the student details. For this, I am going to print Rahul. Print. He belongs to BTech. Okay. Print. And he belongs to Bangalore. Okay. And I am just printing welcome message. So go and click on run module. Now you see that only the print statements output is coming. is not giving any output for the comment. Even you can write a multiple lines comments like this. So this is a multi-line comment. Triple quotations ended. This is also another way the programmers are using this for representing the multi-line comment. So go and click on run module. Now you see that you will get the same output. Okay. Now, if you want to comment, for example, prefix hash before the print statement. Now this line becomes the comment. So Python ignores this line. So now you don't see the name of the student because it is a comment. You will get the output from the second statement here. If you want to make every statement as a comment, then you have to prefix hash symbol at each and every line. But if the program is very big, it is difficult to add hash symbol for each and every line. You can select all the lines and use the shortcut key Alt plus 3 so that all the lines become now comment. Click on execute button now. Now you can see no output. Okay. If you want to uncomment it, what you can do, again select all the comments. Use the shortcut key Alt 4 so that now it becomes the actual statement, uncommented. Go and execute the run button. Now you can see output is coming here. Like that, you can use the comments. It is mainly useful for documentation purpose. Okay. Now let us see some of the interview questions here. What is a comment in Python? The comment is an explanatory text written in a program to help the programmers to understand the code. And Python ignores comments during the execution. And which symbol is used for single line comment? The hash symbol, it is used for single line comment. And does Python execute the comments? No. Comments are ignored by the Python interpreter and are not executed. Why are comments important in software development? Comments improve the code readability, make maintenance easier. It helps the developers to understand the logic and simplify the collaboration in the teams. Can comments affect the output of any program? Answer is no. Comments do not affect the execution or output of a Python program because they are ignored by the interpreter. If you add multiple comments, Python will not affect the execution or output of the program. Okay. Should every line of the code have a comment? This will be a question. Do we need to write a comment for every line? Actually, no. Comments should be used only where they add a value. Overusing the comments can make the code cluttered. Good code combined with meaningful comments is the best practice. Don't write the comments for every line. That is not recommended again. So wherever it is required, then you can write the comment and execute the programs. Thank you. I will see you in the next lesson.